Honorable Wasiu Eshinlokun Sanni is the Deputy Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly and the All Progressives Congress APC candidate for the Lagos Central Senatorial District in the 2023 general elections. He was born on March 24, 1961 in Lagos to the families of Eshinlokun, Olorogun, Adodo of Lagos.
Wasiu Eshinlokun is a native or an indigenous of Lagos Island, a native of Etiosa local government, generally as Aja, Lambasa, Ado, and also from Ikorodu local government.
He began his academic journey at Holy Trinity Primary School, Lagos Island. At an early age, he demonstrated his leadership traits as he held the position of head boy. He passed out with distinction in 1975. He attended Ansarudeen College, Offa, Kwara State for his secondary education from 1975 to 1980. And once again, he showed his leadership qualities as the library prefect. He graduated with grade 1 in the West African School Certificate Examinations.
I attended my primary school in Holy Trinity Primary School. I finished there with distinction. And I was there, boy. I moved to Ansarudeen College, Offa, where I graduated also with first division.
In his pursuit for a higher education, he attended the Ogun State University, now known as the Olabisi Onabanjo University, in 1988, where he bagged a BSc degree in agriculture with specialization in agricultural economics. He continued his quest for honors at the University of Lagos, Akoka, in 2000, where he bagged his master's degree in international law and diplomacy. Honorable Eshinlokun Sanni also has a certificate in negotiation and leadership from Harvard Law School, Cambridge, USA, in 2014. He's also an alumnus of Harvard School of Government in the USA.
Master's degree in international law and diplomacy. I've been to Harvard Law School at Harvard University, Cambridge. I've also been to Harvard Kennedy School of Government at the same university.
In 1999, Right Honorable Wasiu Eshinlokun Sanni was elected member Lagos State House of Assembly, representing Lagos Island Constituency 1. In 2003, he was appointed the Senior Special Assistant on Legislative and Political Matters by the Governor, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was called to service again by Governor Babatunde Fashola as the Secretary of the Lagos State Microfinance Institution in 2008. After serving meritoriously in that capacity, he went on to become the Executive Chairman, Lagos Island Local Government, and served 2 terms from 2008 to 2014. He also served as the Pioneer Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, Lagos State Chapter. In 2015, he was elected again as member to represent Lagos Island Constituency 1 in the Lagos State House of Assembly, where he is still serving till date.
I've started practicing politics a very long time ago. I was first elected as member of this great house in 1999. I left in 2003 to become an SSA to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After my tenure, I also became the first secretary of Lagos State Microfinance Institution, after which I left to become the chairman of Lagos Island Local Government for 2 terms from 2008 to 2014, where I was made the Pioneer State Secretary of APC Lagos State. And then from there I came to this Lagos State House of Assembly the second time in 2015, and I became the Deputy Speaker. I've been Deputy Speaker now for like 7 years.
He was later appointed by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on legislative matter. After that, when the issue of the council election came up. He was unanimously chosen to be the flag bearer of the party. And for 6 years, when he was the chairman, the whole landscape of Lagos Island local government changed completely. The development of Lagos Island under him was quite remarkable. So people now thought, yes, if this man can perform like this, why don't we allow him to go further? That was why when the issue of assembly came up again, we asked him to. And before, he was the secretary of the party. In fact, he was the secretary of APC at that time when we asked him to come and go back to the Lagos State House of Assembly. Unfortunately, because of his performance when he was there before, so he was able to get the deputy speakership of the House. And since then, he's been performing remarkably.
As a member of the House, Honorable Eshinlokun Sanni stood out remarkably as one of the performing legislators contributing to many progressive ideas. He served in several committees, including Chairman, Rules Committee, saddled with the responsibility of what is to be done on a daily basis. Chairman, Committee on Commerce and Industry. Member, Committee on Environment and Planning. Member, Committee on Works and Infrastructure. Member, Committee on Sports and Youth Development. Member, Committee on Agriculture.
As a chairman, I guess one needs to look at our website to see some, because we are unable to capture everything. But majorly, we started with what we call My Complete Student. My Complete Student is a project whereby if you are in any of our public school, either from creche, primary 1 to 6, you are entitled to uniform, sandals, socks, exercise books, writing materials, uniforms, bags, everything that you would need in school. And we were doing that for like 14,000 students, year in, year out. And then we did not fail for once. We're also able to do the special assistance for the aged. If you're above 70, we'll provide you with a medical checkup once in every 2 months. And we'll also give you food, we'll give you drugs if you need it, if it's recommended, because you will also be subjected to doing some tests like for diabetes, hypertension, and if you have any need for any drug, it will be given to you. And we'll also give them some stipends to augment the food stuff that we may have given. And then started once in 3 months, then it changed after a few months to once in every 2 months. And we did throughout our tenure as chairman of the local government. We also were able to create the Environmental Sanitation Corps in Lagos Island local government, first of its kind, and to augment that of environmental sanitation officers at the local government level. Suffice to say that all those things that we were doing were backed by bylaws of the local government. We also have what we call the ward development and project, where each ward will have 10 wards who will tell us what they need to be done each fiscal year, and then we allocate a certain amount of money to each ward, and then we'll do that year in, year out. That is also backed by the bylaw of the local government. And then for infrastructural development, before we left, we did more than 100 roads. We did more than 100 roads in Ward C1, Isaleko alone. We did Eshinlokun, Alagbeji, Olumegbon, Iduntafa, Onelegbale, everywhere that we can touch, we're able to touch them. And then suffice to say that the people of our local government they appreciated our effort then, they still appreciate it. up to now. So we did more than 100. We were also able to touch, as it were, the educational sector. Aside from giving the students all they need to be in school, there was no school during our tenure that was not rehabilitated. And having done that, we found that some schools were beyond redemption, so we had to put them down and build anew. That is like Ansarudin Primary School, Alakoro. It has been built over time, like 2-3 times by the state government. After like 3-4 years, because the place is swampy, the students or pupils will not be able to access the ground floor. So we took it upon ourselves to put it down and rebuilt it. And I think it was commissioned around 2010, and up to now it's still standing, still being used, and it has not gone down. We also were able to give the people of Elegbata their first secondary school. That is Elegbata Junior Secondary School, which we built. Now it has the Elegbata Junior Secondary School and Elegbata Senior Secondary School. We were able to touch the health sector. During our tenure, we were able to build the Oboyoko Health Center, Prince Tajudeen Olusi Health Center at Ebutero. We were able to do the Agarawu Health Center in front of Ojuno. We were able to even give them the school clinic at St. Paul Barefoot. St. Paul Barefoot, where we think that our pupils don't need to start going to the normal health centers or because of the crowd and whatever that's specifically made for them. What we're trying to say is that we're able to touch almost all sectors during our tenure. As we speak now, we give free GC forms, free JAM forms, scholarships or bursary awards to students in our local government. And then, as we speak right now, more than 400, 500 students have benefited from that. The last time we did was in 2021, and we were able to give up to 60 tertiary students money or bursary for going to school, because we feel that education is very key in Lagos Island. We believe that if our children are well educated, the sky will not even be the limit for them. We're still able to provide buses to take students from Lagos Island to places like Osborne, St. Gregory's, King's College, so that these parents do not need to dip their hands to their pockets to provide bus fares for these kids. So all they need to do is to give them the money for food, the transportation. We still need to, we still want to do more.
He is the current Deputy Speaker of the House. Many describe him as an astute politician, a committed progressive and Democrat with a remarkable ability to lead and serve.
He has respect for the authorities, he has respect for the elders, he is kind, he takes particular interest in ministering into the needs, of the people, the elderly, the young, and also the women. So therefore, I have no doubt at all that he is up to the task and that he will deliver, his responsibilities.
Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn fún tí Wasiu ṣe ládùúgbò yìí. Ó gbìyànjú, ó kẹ́gbẹ́ jọ, kò fẹ́ kí nǹkan bàjẹ́. Tí n bá pè é, ó pẹ́ jù tí n bá pè é, lénìí lọ́la tí Wasiu ò bá dá mi lóhùn, á wá bó ṣe máa rí mi. Bàbá, mo rí kọ́ọ̀lù yín, nǹkan báyìí ní ó jẹ́ kí n wá fún yín ní ó jẹ́ kí n dá yín lóhùn. Kí lẹ fẹ́? N tí bá fẹ́ yẹn, tí ò bá sí kápẹ́, á ní bàbá ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí, àpọ́nlé tó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sí. nínú ẹgbẹ́ lénìí ibi tó sìn dé lọ́lọ́run ti ràn lọ́wọ́ débi tó dé yìí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ àti tẹríba ẹ̀ òun ló gbé débi tó ń dé yìí tí dùnú ẹ̀ fi ń gorí dùnú táyọ̀ ń káyọ̀ fún un lẹ́gẹ́sì tó fi ilẹ̀ yìí fáwọn tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn káwọn náà ní tẹríba fáwọn tó wà wájú tòró ní tẹríba púpọ̀ fáwọn tó wà wájú.
I've had the opportunity to, from far away, know Honorable Eshinlokun Sanni since he was the chairman of our local government, Lagos Island West. And one thing I must say was that up to date, I still find him to be one of the most outstanding chairmen in Lagos State. And because of the fact that he understood his assignment and also understand the fact that by building the youth is building the nation. So it takes paramount the issues of the youth. As when you talk about issues of youth, you're talking about education. It's so insightful of him to have come up with programs that could help propel the youth in understanding the importance of education and help them to continually go to school. He has like a back to school program where he channeled to from the lower level of education, that's the nursery to secondary to primary, till the point of secondary, and to the point of secondary, junior secondary school.
Nígbà tó wà ní local government chairman, tí bá tẹ̀ ní kí n sọ yẹn ti pọ̀ jù, ó pọ̀ jù. Nígbà tó ń jẹ́ local government chairman ní Lagos Island yìí, mi ò lè sọ iye títì tó ń tẹ́, mi ò lè sọ pé báyìí. My complete students every ọdọọdún ni kò dúró tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa pín bàtà, wọ́n máa pín ìwé, school bag ni ìwọ ṣáà kàn mú ọmọ ẹ mọ̀ pé ọmọ ẹ tó bá ń lọ láàárọ̀ bóyá ó fẹ́ jẹun ó tán mú ọmọ ẹ dẹ́nu ọ̀nà school.
His numerous motions and assignments are pointers of his wealth of knowledge regarding legislative processes and current issues in Lagos and Nigeria. In addition to his legislative duties, Honorable Eshinlokun Sanni has touched the lives of many members of his constituency in numerous ways.
Ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ní àánú tó ń ṣe àánú fún àwa gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ti lọ bá ló ń ṣàánú fún gbogbo èèyàn dẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ a nífẹ̀ẹ́ torí pé ọmọ dáadáa tó ní respect ni.
Gbogbo àwa Nàìjíríà Eshinlokun jẹ́ ẹni tó dáa tó mọ̀ ṣe tó jẹ́ pé tó bá ní kẹ́ máa nìṣó ẹ máa rí lẹ́yìn yín ni tó bá ní kẹ́ máa nìṣó ẹ máa rí lẹ́yìn yín ni ẹ ní gbé ìrànlọ́wọ́ dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ kó má ṣe fún yín kò dẹ̀ ní sọ fún yín pé àwa níjọba yìí nǹkan tí yóò bá ní ṣe ó máa là fún yín pé òun ò ní ṣe kinní yìí agbára òun ò yíká èyí tó bá lè ṣe ó máa sọ fún yín pé màá bá yín ṣe lé màá bá yín ṣe lé ó dẹ̀ máa ṣe láàrin ìjọ́ kìíní ìjọ́ kejì ó máa ṣe fún wa tó jẹ́ pé inú wa máa dùn ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ kí ọmọ máa kàwé education ṣé GC la fẹ́ sọ ni àbí JAMB la fẹ́ sọ ni.
For me personally, I would say with the help of scholarship, although there are several ways he has helped people aside from me, but with the help of scholarship, I was able to do some things I wanted to do. The last scholarship I got when I was in my final year, I was able to use it for one of the goals I set for myself, which is to go for a professional training at National Broadcast Academy, which is a training arm of the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria. So the training helped me a lot in terms of my personal and professional development. So with the help of the scholarship, I was able to do some things I wanted to do, yes.
As a committed leader with his vast political experience and his passion, as well as commitment to serve his people, Honorable Wasiu Eshinlokun Sanni will be contesting Lagos State Central Senatorial election in the 2023 general elections. The call for the lawmaker to fill up the lacuna became widely accepted as he obtained the form and won the primary election in a landslide victory. No doubt, Honorable Wasiu Eshinlokun Sanni will make his senatorial district proud at the upper chamber of the National Assembly.
Senator to be Wasiu Eshinlokun has the privilege of having been part of the administration At the time of Asiwaju, he was a member of the House of Assembly. You know, at another time, he was the chairman of the local government. That means he was part of the local government administration. And currently, he is the deputy speaker of the House of Assembly. So with this background, you know, and with his own achievements, he will be moving into the Senate, you know, well equipped to meet the task of being a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is going to be an asset, you know, to that Senate, and I'm sure we are all going to be proud of him.
I am certain that he can march. And the reason is this. I happen to be the chief campaign coordinator of Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu for the 3 terms, 2011, 2015, and 2019. I happen to be the chief coordinator of his campaign organization. And when we have any events or program of the senator, Wasiu Eshinlokun Sanni is always around. So we're always doing it together. So he has learned a lot about how the woman is operating, so that we are certain that he can actually march. He has the legislative experience. He has executive administrative experience. And he's very hardworking, vocals. So we are sure that the man can actually step into the shoes of the woman.
Ọlọ́run ti kọ́ ọmọ ṣe síwájú. Ó ṣalága ní Lagos Island. Àìbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́. Ó ti ṣe House of Assembly rí nígbà kan. Ibẹ̀ ló ti lọ sí House of Assembly ẹ̀kejì o. Nígbà tó ń ṣe chairman Lagos Island ni o. Ìgbà tó di deputy speaker gbogbo Lagos State ni o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àìbẹ́ẹ̀kọ́. Ọ̀nà tó fi tó tí ò fi rọ́dànù mọ́ lọ́wọ́. Èyí tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe náà kò ní rọ́dànù lágbára Ọlọ́run Lédùmarè.
Ṣé wọ́n rí senate yẹn kọ́lọ́hún jẹ́ kí kọ́lọ́hún ọba kó bá mi lọ́rẹ̀ mi wọn kó lọ́rẹ̀ mi àwa náà kán débẹ̀ láyọ̀ àtàlàáfíà. Ọlọ́run mo ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé a kú oríire nítorí wípé madam tó kú òǹbẹ̀ náà màmá yẹn ṣe dáadáa gan ṣùgbọ́n mi nígbàgbọ́ wípé Eshinlokun tún máa ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Honorable Wasiu Eshinlokun Sanni at the Red Chamber is a change in objectivity, is a change in new delivery, in a change in new government, in new government restructuring, and he has 100% the ability and the capacity to deliver on the assignments assigned to him. So as much as possible, a vote in him is a vote in him is vote in objectivity, a vote in him is vote of quality representation.
I urge Lagosians to vote me during the Lagos State during general elections for Lagos Central Senatorial District. I promise to do my utmost best to give them the adequate representation and to be up and doing in the lawmaking business, finding resolutions to crises or issues, getting consensus between the government and the people of Nigeria, and doing my utmost best to give representation and bringing development to Lagos.
His vast legislative experience is adjudged widely to be marked with excellence in initiatives and implementation of developmental programs and projects, and his active and articulate nature in debates and contributions on the floor of the House would be needed on the floor of the Senate to sponsor important bills that will affect the lives of his people positively.